The fog hangs low, hiding Cape Cod's natural wonder, almost as if the Cape wants to keep its beauty a secret. For hikers, each turn a surprise as they carve their way through a dense mist. This is autumn on the Outer Cape.
The shoreline changes with every storm, every nor'easter, as they call them down here, or hurricane that comes in. It changes an awful lot of the architecture of the landscape.
These moody scenes show the best of Cape Cod's wild side, but all it takes is a bit of sun and the blurred horizon comes into focus, creating an entirely new panorama.
It's a really nice getaway area. There's lots to do, but there's lots of physical activity.
Many will say Cape Cod's busy season ends around Labor Day. Summer visitors pack up, leaving locals to enjoy the season's remaining sunny days.
It's nice to have, the Cape back to the people who live here.
It's one of my favorite time of the year. September and October are great months. The weather still is pleasant, the water's still warm, the beaches are still open, the businesses are thriving. It's just a nice, calm, relaxing atmosphere.
I love our visitors that come every summer, but it's just nice to get that break where you can explore these places, and really you might see a few people, but it's never overrun. So that's why I love it. And of course, the weather is just gorgeous.
Lissy Perna loves to explore nature, so much so she began a blog in 2020 called Get Outside Cape Cod. But
my job is a stay-at-home mom. I also work for Brewster Conservation Trust.
A Brewster native, Perna began her blog during the COVID-19 lockdown.
We really spent a lot of time outside because school was canceled, activities canceled, everything. So we decided to try and hike all of the trails on the Cape, which we have not finished them yet. There's so many. But we were posting pictures just on my social media, and my friends would always be like, "Where are you? Like, I've never been there before." So I decided to make a public one to share that information with everyone.
Get Outside quickly took off. More than 7,000 people now follow Perna and her two sons, Levi and Toby, as they traverse their way throughout the Cape.
Many people know about the national seashore properties, but a lot of the land trusts for each town have small trails.
In 1961, President John F. Kennedy established the Cape Cod National Seashore, protecting 40 miles of beaches, woodlands, and ponds on the eastern shore of Cape Cod. From Chatham to Provincetown, these treasured sites welcome thousands of visitors every year. While the National Park Service manages this rugged shore, there are more than 25 private land trusts on the Cape, where people can explore the best Cape Cod has to offer.
They might be shorter, still amazing, beautiful, pristine properties that you can explore.
Perna's blog shows viewers trails that she's visited with her family. She'll often point out features of each trail, like whether it is stroller-friendly or dog-friendly.
A lot of people who have little children or someone in a wheelchair, they're looking for somewhere that they'll be able to navigate. There aren't as many of those trails available. There are some, so I like to point it out when I find one.
When hiking the Outer Cape, some may think of trails that pass along the sand dunes, but one of Perna's favorite trails shows a different side of the Cape.
We are at the Atlantic White Cedar Swamp in Wellfleet, and it's a national seashore property. Further down the trail, there's a boardwalk that goes through a cedar swamp, which is, kind of rare on the Cape. It really feels like you're in another world. And with my little kids, they like to imagine that, they're in the movie Shrek, and that's his swamp. So they love that. It's just gorgeous.
Another favorite is the Pamet Cranberry Bog Trail in Truro.
You can get a great view of the ocean and Ballston Beach down below. Also, if you go this direction, it brings you down to an old bog house. So it's kind of cool to explore. You can't go inside, but you can check it out from the outside. And you should really just keep your eyes open because there's cranberries throughout this whole trail, hence the name Pamet Cranberry Bog Trail.
The trail will have hikers momentarily thinking they're in the Berkshires until the ocean vista comes into view.
I just love sharing the information about these trails because I think a lot of people, especially people who have little kids, they don't feel comfortable just going and exploring in the woods, taking off on their own. So sharing that information just makes them feel more comfortable, like I can explore, I can do this.
While Perna began this venture as a way to connect with nature and family, it's turned into a side business that grows every day.
And in addition to Lissy Perna's Get Outside Cape Cod blog, she wrote a family-friendly hiking guide called 50 Cape Cod Hiking Trails.
And it is family friendly. It's broken down by town. It highlights her favorite nature trails along and around the Cape. And the nice thing too is she printed it in large format, so it's easy for kids to read, take a look at, and then help pick out some of their favorite trails they want to go on.
That's awesome. All right, up next, old-fashioned donuts and an old-fashioned cottage.